Bros Productions is proud to present Kansas City Jets High School Travel Hockey. Kansas City Jets Hockey is brought to you by Bicklemeyer Meats, the Bortnick Law Firm, Donovan Service, Edward Jones Investments, Gladstone Automotive Group, Goodwin Homeworks, Jeremy Franklin Automotive, the Kansas City Ice Center, Kansas Financial Resources, KC Ice, Minding the Gap, Myers Brothers, Packer Fastener, the Midwest High School Hockey League, and Beck Bros Productions. Now, Kansas City Jets Hockey.
Welcome out to the Buccaneers Arena here in Urbandale, Iowa. Joel Becker and Mike Curry sitting in for Homer Scabona. Kansas City Jets hockey. The Jets getting set to take on the Des Moines Capitals in the varsity contest here on Saturday night at the Buccaneers Arena. And Mike, I tell you what, we had quite a JV game. The varsity team's got a lot to play up to in this nightcap.
Yeah, they do. The JV, just a great effort.
They absolutely did have that. And, this, again, just like for the JV team, a very good test for the Jets on the varsity side of things. The very good Capitals team. The Jets have, kind of been up and down this year on the varsity side of things. They, started off with a split in Sioux City. That's a very, very good team. I thought we were, pretty happy getting a split up there. On the other hand, getting a split with Mason City, not so much. And then, Bogey was Bogey. So, it is what it is. And so, I mean, again, they're going to have to, maybe find their legs the same way as the JV team did in the opener here tonight.
Yeah, I agree totally. I think our team's got off to a much slower start than I anticipated that they would. From watching them in training camp and in tryouts, I just think got off to a slow start for what I anticipated, for what I saw. We've had a lot of bright spots. ZP and goal. Coming off the way he did after our championship last year. I worried about our defense. We got an awful lot of young defensemen, and tonight we're going to be without the big boy,
Josh Makowitz,
which I think we talked about in the JV game.
We did.
He's getting his accolades for his football career, and he well should. And I hope he really enjoys himself. On the other hand, the other guys know that they're going to have to step up.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, because I mean, it could be a end of season football banquet, but it could also just be he could turn an ankle one day or something like that. You've got to be able to play, you have to be able to play through any kind of adversity you might have.
You just can't sit back and go, oh, Josh will take care of it.
Right. So. That's the other thing we've always talked about, and that is with any kind of adversity always comes opportunity. And so, this is the chance, as it looks like they're going to start Bo Bloom and Aiden Goodwin out there as far as the defensive teams.
And let me make a comment about Goodwin. He switched from forward to D this year, and it's just been seamless.
Yeah, he's done a very, very good job.
And the more I watch him, and I'm thinking, well, Mike, you were probably a D all along. I mean, he just is exceeded all expectation out there.
Well, and by the way, if you're wondering what the delay is, they shut the lights off for the introduction of the players and whatnot.
But these old mercury bulbs have to kind of heat up again.
The old mercury vapors. At least they're not taking the full 15 minutes that we had that. I actually had that happen. Amazingly enough, I want to say it was in the City Showdown game in Lawrence. It was definitely a Lawrence game in which the lights popped off in the middle of the game. And we had to wait a good 15 minutes for them to pop back on because they were the old mercury vapor style lights.
So speaking of football, is your football season done?
For broadcasting, yes.
Okay.
Both Lawrence High and Free State lost in the playoffs. And so, unfortunately, and that's true for Shawnee Mission Northwest for Josh Makowitz as well. So we'll see how things go.
Yeah.
All right, teams.
I expect this to be a good, entertaining game.
It should very well be. Zach Pedersen, as you mentioned, in the goal to our right. It's Grady Fowles getting the start for the Capitals in the goal to our left. We are underway. Ibis takes a hit as he tried to get it in front. Just underway here in the first period of play. The Capitals and the Jets, which is now a divisional matchup, as both teams in the center. And now we get a quick 2-on-1 down low and a shot right on. Save Pedersen. Rebound comes in front. It's picked off and another opportunity. And it's Ibis in on goal. A shot right on. Fouls the save. Rebound. Brody Leah's shot. And he also got a piece of that one into the corner. I would have liked to have seen Harrison go a lot closer in before he took that shot. He had more time than I think he thought.
I like seeing when he goes in and shoots from his impossible angles. And that's always one of those no, yes deal.
Well, you should be used to that.
I'll say one thing about Harry. I don't know who the second fastest player we've ever had in the 18 years of our program.
Yeah.
But I do know who the fastest player is. By and far and away, it's Harry. He's got rockets on his skates.
I was just going to say, he's playing for the right team in the Jets, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
There's a shot, goes
so
well wide.
If you can think who the second fastest player is, we can discuss that.
Yeah.
But there's no conversation about who's the fastest of all time.
So, puck sent around the near side by Whitrock, and the Jets do get it out to center ice. A little minute ago before that faceoff was a pretty good glove save by Pedersen off of the Ferrari shot. We've played about a minute and a half here in the first period. Still no score at Buccaneers Arena. Jets and Capitals as Elam plays it out to center ice. And now here's Whitrock trying to catch him in a line change and tries to play it in front. He was looking for Loba. Pass a little bit too far ahead of him. Loba along the end boards goes down. Whitrock has him in front. Shot Deaver. And he put that wide, it looks like. Good to see Jack Deaver out there for the first time this season.
I didn't even know he was coming this week.
I didn't either. Of course, they never tell me anything. I find these things out when the game starts. You know, it's funny. I was talking to Skibbs last week in Bogie, and I mentioned that if he could get me the starting lineup early, then I might be able to put together the little intro pieces like they do on Monday Night Football or whatever. We have Miss Makowitz, I think, went and got all the kids to do little intros, and I have them, but. You should heard how loud he laughed when I said, get me the starting lineups early. He's like, I might get that on the bus on the way in, he said. Elam plays it on the near side, but it is good to see Jack out there playing. Comes up the near side boards. So it looks like Elam and Ignatiev are the pair. He normally is paired with Makowitz, who, as we've mentioned before, is not available. He will be here tomorrow, by the way. And the puck comes right in front. No shot. Now it comes out. Slot a shot. That was stopped to the fence. And the rebound Deaver, and he gets it out to center ice. 14:08 left to go here in the first period. Pedersen leaves it back in the net for Elam. He'll play it in the far corner for Ignatiev. Up ahead. Krugel had it taken off his stick. Now the puck bounces toward the middle. Elam plays it to the sideboards. Lemke over there. Now it comes to the near side. Capitals have had some chances so far early on. The Jets had one pretty good rush with the fleet-footed Ibis. They play it right through the middle. Nobody there for Des Moines, and Lemke gets it out to center ice. Krugel carries on, gets to the red line, dumps it in as he's taken down. Deaver after for it back in the net. Lemke over there. One thing about Jack making his return is I don't know, what kind of condition he's in, whether he'll be able to play, the same kind of full shift as he would normally play. Kaufman with the puck. He'll backhand it out to center ice. It's taken there. And Parker trying to work in. Played up the boards by Arnold. Now loose in the middle. Knocked down by the Capitals. A shot that again blocked to the defense. Amon, who's getting a start here on varsity with Makowitz out. And now it is played back in the zone again. This is Saker with it. It's played back out to the point, but Myers not able to knock it down and coming back the other way, trying to work in on goal. A shot, and I'm not sure if Fowles got a piece of that or if he just put it wide off the stick of Ibis. Now back for it again is Max Myers. He played it up the near side boards. He goes past Kaufman and out to center. Bloom will send it back into the Capitals' end. And it goes off a stick. This is going to the length of the ice, though. Icing called against the Capitals as we have played just shy of 5 minutes here of the first period. Jets keeping up at 0-0. But I would say the Capitals have probably had the better of the play so far. Whitrock line comes out for Kansas City. Gets it. Comes back from Eklund back to Aiden Goodwin. A shot and a blocker saved by Fowles. Rebound is played up the sideboards and out to center ice. Bloom with it there. And he plays it up on right wing. Couldn't get it to Lobaugh. Whitrock over there to help out. Now Lobaugh along the far boards. Whitrock couldn't get it into the zone, and the Capitals come back the other way. Trying to work in there was Parker. He had it taken away and back the other way. Here comes Lobaugh with a nice move in on goal, and he fanned just as he got ready to take the shot. Now the puck in the corner, trying to walk in front. Whitrock, that one never got through, stopping the defense, and they'll send it back, and Bloom will go for a skate in his own end. Bo Bloom plays it up ahead for Lobaugh. Bounced off his stick, and they send it back in. Goodwin back for it. He'll ring it around far side. Lobaugh knocked it down, but it actually kept it in the zone. And now Goodwin again. He played it across the middle. Krugel was able to poke it out to center ice. Back for it there is Schurman. Up on left wing into the Jets end. They backhand it out. It's going to go down the ice. This one's going to be icing against the Jets, though. 10:49 to go first period. There'll be a face-off to the right of Zach Pettersson. So I'd say the Capitals have had probably the better of the play, but the Jets have done a pretty good job defensively of keeping pucks away from Pettersson.
Boy, if there's two faster teams in this league, I'd like to see them.
I mean, Sioux City's pretty fast. I'll give them that. They skate well. And, of course, we haven't seen Omaha yet, or the Oakleys for that matter. And a poke it ahead. Deaver, bouncing puck. Krugel, backhand shot, save. Fowles, and he's able to cover up. Boy, I tell you what, that one bounced and almost was a real good opportunity for Lemke or Deaver, depending on who would have been able to get a stick on it. So we get a face-off this time inside the Capitals end with 10:35 left to go first period. Scoreless game. Thompson, Krugel to take the draw. How about if Camden can get player of the game in the JV game and Thompson could get it in the varsity? What do you think?
It works for me.
Another face-off to the right of Grady Fowles. Off the draw. Capitals play it off the glass. Can't get it out past Ignachev, though. Deaver there. Comes back out to the point. Ignachev couldn't keep it in the second time, though. Now he gets it at neutral ice, and he'll backhand it ahead. Poked into the Capitals' end. They try to break out towards center. Looking for that headman pass, but that never got through, and now Deaver will go back for it. Oh, he fanned. It was taken away from him. Comes side of the net. They center one. It's loose. A shot never got through. Rebound still in the slot area, and now they play it into the corner. Now back out toward the line. It was kept in. Shot by Myers. That hit traffic and ended up wide. Back of the net. They play it in front. Now comes back out to the point again. Milang. His shot was blocked. Over along the boards, Bartholomew for the Capitals. 5 players over there along the near side boards. Squirts 3, and Ferrari will send it cross corner. It was a delayed offsides, and both teams looked to change players. In the meantime, Elam was able to get it out to the line, but not out. Sacker with it. Comes back out near the line, bouncing just wide of the net. After for the loose puck, though. They go into the corner. Now comes loose straight away with it. Back around, a shot right on. Save Pedersen on the shot by Malang. And he will cover up.
Oh, we're having a hard time clearing tonight.
Few times. If only we had a 6'7" football player back there. I don't know how tall he actually is, but feels like it half the time. Off the face-off. Puck goes in back of the Jets net. Capitals and Sacker trying to come out in front. That shot went wide on the near side. They'll center it again, but just knock it out of harm's way, and Brody Lee able to backhand it out to center ice. That goes past Gehringer. He'll go for a skate in his own end with Ibis all over him. Now they play it out to the left wing side, picked up by Arnold. He'll dump it in. Jets chase after for it. Lee in the corner. Now Kaufman over there to try and lend a hand, but the Capitals clear it, and Bo Bloom will go back for it in his own zone. Sends it across. Goodwin off the sideboards to Lee. It was a little too far ahead of him. Omvig. That was picked off. Trying to work into the zone. This is Goodwin. Aiden Goodwin. And he lost it in the corner. Lee couldn't get a stick on it. Comes high off the glass, and Omvig will play it. And it goes off a stick and out to center ice. Now trying to work back in the other way. Barons in on goal. And there's a penalty coming up. Pedersen made the save, but I believe we're going to get a holding call on the Jets, and they will have the first time with the penalty kill. So Dane Kaufman, maybe it was interference, either way. He'll be in the box for a couple of minutes as Whitrock and Lobaugh come out to try and kill this penalty. Good poke check there by Lobaugh, and Whitrock will send it down the ice. Power play for the Capitals. Scoreless game. Nearly 10 minutes into the first period. I believe the call was actually slashing. Power play here for the Capitals. Oh boy, Lemke couldn't get a stick on it as Ferrari kept it in. Now they play it back out to the right point. Sacker with it. Straight away Ferrari sends it top of the circle. On the far side, a shot that hit traffic in front, and the Jets do barely clear it out to center ice. Minute 15 to go in the power play. Henry Ferrari with the puck. He'll play it up on right wing into the zone. Bartholomew, he left it for Sacker, and the Jets take it away, and Krugel will send it down the ice. Minute to go in the power play. Out of the net, fouls. Left it back of the goal. And the Capitals will try and get things set up as they work toward the zone. It's backhanded in by Parker. All the way out far side, Ibis, and he will send it down the ice. Hit the referee with it. One of the two. They have a four-man system today, if you hadn't noticed. Trying to work in. Myers had it poked away. Comes loose in front. Jets clear it. And down the ice. They'll change some penalty killers for the last half a minute of this power play. As the Capitals have it behind the net. And trying to work out up on left wing. They carry it into the zone. Malang with the puck. Try to play it in front. That was poked away by the Jets, and it's poked down the ice. That should pretty much do it, as Lobaugh made the good play. Goes back in the net. Lobaugh intercepts. He'll play it back out toward the point. Trying to carry in Bloom. He had it taken away, and the penalty is over to Kaufman. Teams are 5 aside. Capitals 0 for 1 on the power play. Goodwin played it out to center ice. It's picked up by Lobaugh. He'll try and carry in 2-on-2 with Whitrock. In on goal. Couldn't center it. Goes back in the net instead. Now tries to center it. That was blocked as well. And it was taken away by Eklund. Now out near the point. They played it in the middle. Lobaugh couldn't get he got a stick on it, but he couldn't control it. And the puck ends up bouncing out to center ice. Lobaugh will dump it in. Comes around to the near side. Whitrock after for it. He left it there, looking Eklund to try and help him out. Lang with it for the Capitals as they take over. Bounces out to center ice. Knocked down by Bloom. Sideboards. Ferrari has it. He can skate a little bit himself, by the way, for the Capitals. Low ball gets to the red line. Left it for Eklund. Right wing pass. They'll dump it into the zone. Malang again with it up the far side boards this time. Bartholomew for the Capitals. Stick breaks for Bartholomew as he gets knocked into the boards. Goes off a stanchion and comes in front, but the Jets over there. Eklund up ahead for Krugel. Now in the middle. It was taken there by Ibis, but he couldn't control it. Now here is Krugel.
Not many shots in this game.
Really hasn't been.
5 minutes or so.
And they play it across for Deaver. Deaver on his backhand couldn't really get good control of it, and it comes back out to center. Arnold there. He'll dump it in. Didn't get it very deep. Schurman plays it up ahead. Now into the Jets end. Arnold after for it. He plays it back in the net for Amon. Up the near boards, goes off a stick, and Krugel backhand pass. That was taken away from Deaver. They played up the near side boards again. Oh, that was deflected by Arnold and almost ended up going on goal. Ended up going wide of the net. Down to 3.5 minutes left to go in this first period. Still scoreless. Lemke over there. He let it go, and Krugel played it to the line. It does stay in. Amon goes over for it. He'll play it off the sideboards and pass Deaver down the ice. This was going to go the length of the ice and an icing call. 3:18 left to go first period. Scoreless game.
Yeah, this first period just flown by.
It really has. Well, not a whole lot of stops. Only the one penalty and no goals. Moulton to take this draw for the Capitals. Does get it back. Omviga shot. That was going to go wide. Blockered away anyway by Pettersson. And it comes out. Ibis trying to get those Jets going. He gets taken down. No call. Neither one of the two referees thought that was a penalty. And it comes back out to center. And Elam able to knock it ahead. Taken there, though, by Schurman. Or, excuse me, that was Stiles. And Ignatiev will play it to the far side. Comes out to center ice. Kaufman dumps it in. Jets tag up. Now they'll chase after for it up the near side boards. It's lifted out to center ice. And a nice little stick lift that time at the last second on Behrens by the Jets. And I think that might have been Kaufman. Long cross corner dump in. Ignatiev will go back for it as the Capitals changing behind the play. Ibis goes for a skate. He'll work through the middle of the ice, in on left wing with speed. In on goal, back in the net, hit it off the side of the net as he tried to play it in front. Gets taken to the boards, and he is relieved of the puck that's sent down the ice. Elam after for it. He's taken out. Centering pass, but Kaufman there to break that up. He plays it ahead. Lee had it taken away. A shot. Oh, boy, that one was right on and went off the stick of Pettersson just a little awkwardly, but stayed away from the back of the net, and we get a whistle. Minute 50 left to go in the first period.
Is it getting warmer in here, or is my feet just going numb?
I think we're all going numb. Off the face-off, puck along the far boards. It is pitchforked ahead by Eklund out to center ice. Puck along the far boards again, and Bloom back for it in his own zone. He'll just play it. It comes out to center. Low ball trying to catch up to it, and it was poked away from him. Whitrock. He'll send it over on the left side for Bloom. He'll just dump it in. Rings around all the way to the far side. Low ball after for it. Puck comes loose in front. Capitals there to knock it out of harm's way. Ferrari back of the net. He had his pocket picked. Then Whitrock and Ferrari come together. Puck comes out to center ice, and Goodwin will go back for it. We're going to get a whistle, I believe. We've got a cross-checking penalty that's coming up against Bloom.
Yeah.
It was over there at the point.
Yeah, he got him on the second one.
Yeah. So with 1:09 left to go in the period, for the second time in this period, the Jets will be shorthanded. Capitals have yet to have a penalty called on them. So 0 for 1 on the power play so far. Off the draw, comes back out to the right point. They'll play it to the half boards, and then a shot goes off of Elam and into the corner. Omvig with it. Back of the net. He comes out to the far side. He'll play it back toward the point. Myers plays it down low. Barron's down behind the net and out to the far side. Omvig over there. He's taken down. Down to 45 seconds to go in the period. Penalty will extend to the next period if the Capitals don't score. They play it right in front. Ooh, Barron's would have had a good look there, but the pass just a little too far in front of him. They center it again, comes back out to the line. A shot and a pad save by Pettersson. Jets take over. Ibis, he'll chip and chase. Goes back behind the net. He has Kaufman in front. Had the puck poked away from him, though. And the 15 seconds left. The Capitals take over. They play it up ahead on left wing. Comes to Ignatyev. He'll play it off the sideboards and down. And that's pretty much going to do it. 5 seconds left. And so this penalty will continue on next period as the buzzer sounds, and the teams will head to the locker room without having solved much of anything. Still scoreless at Buccaneers Arena after one full period of play. So not bad for the Jets and Capitals. I thought both teams played pretty well.
It was actually a pretty entertaining period of hockey. There was no scoring in that, but boy, it's just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
So no scores so far. We'll take a break, come back with the first period intermission right after this on Kansas City Jets Hockey.
Grab your favorite teddy bear and bring your whole family out for a night of fun, charity, and community, as the Kansas City Jets will be hosting the second annual Teddy Bear Takeoff. The Kansas City Jets, the area's premier high school hockey team and defending Midwest high school hockey champions, will be playing the Des Moines Oak Leafs on November 30th at 5:10 p.m. at the Kansas City Ice Center. All teddy bears and proceeds collected will go to local charities that serve children in need. Admission is free. So come out, bring the family, and bring teddy bears or plush toys, and watch them take off.
Woohoo! Jeremy Franklin here from Jeremy Franklin Automotive. This week, everyone's talking about my sale. Why? Down payments are just $2. Woohoo! Trade-ins, I'll pay up to $4,950 over appraised value, even if you owe too much. Woohoo! Why am I doing this? Because it's summer, I'm excited about life, and you should be too. Woohoo! Now let's all say it together. Woo-hoo! It's my most outrageous sale ever, but only for a limited time. Call today, come in today. Whatever you do, don't delay, because today's the day. Woo-hoo! Is your credit PU? You'll scream woohoo when we approve you. My one and only for the people credit approval process is the real deal. Woo-hoo! So get a nicer, newer car for just $2 down. And bring in your old clunker and get up to $4,950 more than what it's worth. Woo-hoo! This month only for the first 71 customers. I'm Jeremy Franklin. Come see us at Jeremy Franklin Automotive, South Kansas City. Call 816-523-6900 or jeremyfranklin.com. jeremyfranklin.com, where you'll always be another satisfied customer.
Call 816-595-9000 for terms and conditions.
How you doing? Richie the Iceman Zamboni here for Kansas City Ice Center. You know, my mother always told me, Iceman, there are 3 things every kid should know. How to ride a bike, how to make mac and cheese and not interrupt my soap opera, and how to ice skate. Well, the Iceman can't help you with your culinary difficulties with your children, but Kansas City Ice Center can sure get you going with those ice skating lessons. Send your kids to Kansas City Ice Center, and they'll be skating like they grew up in Alaska in no time. Kansas City Ice Center on Johnson Drive between 435 and K7 is setting up group lessons now for kids of all ages. And with kids are skating, they ain't getting into no trouble. They're having a good time and they're making new friends. Kansas City Ice Center on Johnson Drive between 435 and K7 and online at kcicecenter.com. Put your kids on ice at Kansas City Ice Center. It's cool.
I've been in a lot of locker rooms over the years, and you want to know who has the biggest nuts in town? Packer Fastener. I'm talking nuts, bolts, screws, everything commercial contractors and fabricators need. Packer Fastener has it, with the fastest growing threaded fastener inventory in the Kansas City area and more. Tools, safety supplies, abrasives, you name it. Plus, they ship anywhere in the U.S. with hella speed and accuracy. So don't get caught with your pants down. Get the job supplies you need when you need them. Shop PackerFastener.com. This Jets webcast is brought to you in part by Bicklemeyer Meats, Donovan Service, Edward Jones Investments, Gladstone Automotive Group, Goodwin Homeworks, KC Ice, Kansas Financial Resources, Myers Brothers, and Minding the Gap. Each week in public schools, Minding the Gap volunteers mentor children, host a Bible club, and encourage teachers so that children become better readers today and discover hope for tomorrow. Thanks to all the sponsors and supporters of Kansas City Jets hockey.
Welcome back out to Buccaneers Arena here in Urbandale, Iowa, and Des Moines. Joel Becker along with Mike Curry sitting in for Homer Scabona this weekend. He is down in the penalty box area, I'm sure, berating Bo Bloom.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure all the Capitol people down there are loving having him down there with them.
Yeah, no doubt. So we are in the first period of intermission. No highlights to show you because we didn't have any goals in that first period. Jets, as you can see, will have 51 seconds of penalty to kill. They killed off one earlier on in the period, so they have another roughly half a penalty to go. And, like I said, I thought that, the teams both played okay. I do think the Jets are certainly missing Makowitz on defense, but at the same time,
there's just some times when we were unable to get the puck out of our zone.
Right.
And if you can't get out the first couple times, I've noticed sometimes Big Boy just takes the puck and just skates it.
Right, and you like to see the absence of a one and done when we get the puck in the offensive zone as well. We've had a few chances, but a lot of times, like I said, it's been sort of a one and done. It's not where we've had a whole bunch of sustained pressure, keeping the puck in for a long time. A lot of times the puck seemed to have been bouncing around a lot and so on. But at the same time, you want to see some more sustained pressure offensively for the Jets.
And as always, Pedersen's just solid.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The thing about him was that he didn't actually see that. I will say this about us defensively. We did a good job of keeping the puck away from him.
I thought so, too.
So,
and I think the one player that I've been noticing is so much better this year is Ignacia. I think he's really come a long way.
Helps when you're playing with Makowitz, but sure.
Well, but he's not playing with Makowitz tonight.
Not tonight, yes.
Not tonight.
And he's done absolutely, he's definitely done well. And, I will say this, too, which is that the Capitals, they've had probably more offensive zone time, but I wouldn't necessarily say that they've had, huge chances. In other words, they look like a team that sometimes might struggle to score, too.
Yeah, they didn't seem to. They really didn't have that many quality chances.
Right.
But again, Pedersen's just so solid. He's so focused. And again, here I am talking about the old days like old men do. But Pedersen he can go down with the Eric Schuttes and the Blair Sanders and he was most valuable player last year in the championship.
If he can manage to repeat that, then he would definitely have absolutely in that conversation with those guys.
Yeah, he's been amazing.
Yeah. So obviously these teams go at it again tomorrow morning, 9 and 11, and then next week it's the Oak Leafs, and it's Thanksgiving weekend. And, we kind of have a tradition in Kansas City of, first of all, playing at home almost every Thanksgiving. And then, of course, we also usually have our Hall of Fame weekend. And we do like to raise funds, as you saw on the commercial for the teddy bear toss and so on. But, that's been a tradition for a long time for this team.
Yeah, no doubt the building will be packed.
Usually seems to be. So, and hopefully people will be picking out their teddy bears to throw. But and I haven't heard anything in terms of if we have anybody, that's going into the hall or what the story is. Usually Skibbs does all of that stuff. I'm sure he's ready to go.
You know, I'm not sure either.
Yeah.
I need to call Skibby.
I have to find out whose year it is. I'm trying to think of who, you know, among the seniors that went out last year, if anybody had, you know, any of those automatic things.
Yeah, automatics.
Where they were either a league all-star or whatever. And I just don't know. Like I said, Skibbs knows all that stuff.
Yeah, he does. He'll be on that. Yeah, like first team, all leagues and automatic.
Yes. I forget, is being the championship MVP an automatic?
No, well, we never thought about that when setting the rules up. We didn't. Oh, we've done over the years. Again, we're talking about this being the 18th year of the program.
Yeah.
It was difficult, especially when we first started out. I think we really had to learn, and Coach Emmons says this too, that he had to learn how to win in this league. But our first one came in 2013, and since then we've rattled off 6 more.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
and you know, the run recently has just been really, you know, we have been, you know, near the top of the league just year after year. It was one of those things with very few exceptions. You know, it's been, you know, you're definitely somewhere in the top 4, oftentimes higher than that in regular season play, and you're going to make a run almost every year.
Oh, I was shocked we won last year.
Yeah.
Because coming into the tournament, I had us ranked about 5th, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. Well, you know, the funny thing is that was the only game that was really in question was that game against Quad City.
Quad City's the 4-5 matchup.
Yeah. Which ended up going to double overtime.
It did.
Exciting game. I like that part of it.
And the last, the 2 games, the semis and then the semi and the championship last year, those were really rewarding games for me to watch because both teams that we beat, and I'm just being honest, were better than the Jets. But the effort the Jets put out, some of the moves our coaches made, and the phenomenal physical shape that we were in last year, we wore them down. And I can remember sitting there watching that down in Florida, which, by the way, is much warmer than it is here.
Really?
Believe me.
It's warmer than minus 50?
We were playing in that championship game against the Oaks, and wasn't even midway through the second period, and I saw Clemenson had his hands down on his knees and couldn't catch his breath. And I just said out loud, this is over.
Well, and then as you mentioned before, when you go into a short, 3-game tournament and you have a goaltender that is standing on your head, that's just huge for any team.
And the one thing we've been able to do over the years, a lot of these teams in the league really play 2 lines. And when the games are closer, playing a better team, we've always pretty much stuck with 3 lines.
Always.
And it shows, especially in those third periods. And
there have been a couple of years. I remember one year when Sioux City did that, and Freericks was one of their guys, and so on. And they had 2 really good lines, and they ended up winning that year. And
they did. I remember that.
And I was thinking going in that we'd be able to wear them down. They were in, those 2 lines were in good enough shape that it didn't matter. And even though we were able to roll 3. And, and our 3 lines were probably better than their 3 lines, except they didn't have a third line that they, if they would have thrown 3, we would have been fine, but they didn't. And eventually they came up with a win that particular year. But like you said, most years, it makes a big difference. I've seen that on the football side of things when you see teams, as Lee Summit West went from Class 4 up to Class 6, there were big changes. When they were Class 4, the fact that they had 135 people on their roster was usually, double or triple what another team would have, and it made a huge difference. So, well, as you can see.
Again, this is going to be an interesting year, and I honestly think we got off for what we have talent-wise. We got off to a slow start.
We did.
I think our defense, I've said this before, we got a very inexperienced defense. And each week they play, they look to me like they get better.
I agree. And overall, I think team-wise, it's, you know, because it's not just the defensemen. It's also, you know, do your forwards come back and help? Can you break out? Stuff like that. I think overall the team's played better defense, and you know, hopefully that will continue as well. And the other thing about that is I think this year there's more parity in the league than I've seen in some years past.
I agree. I was shocked when I saw how Ames played.
Yeah.
Pleasantly surprised.
So.
And then I see some of these scores coming out from the East with, you know, the Quad Cities and in Cedar Rapids and that. And I go, huh?
Yeah. So, all right, we're going to take a quick break and come back with the second period after this. When we come back, the Jets will be killing a penalty for 51 seconds. No score from Buccaneers Arena here on Kansas City Jets hockey.
Whoa. What are you doing?
Learning how to go see.
That's hide and seek? I found you in 2 seconds. Get out of there. If you want to win this game, you got to do a lot better than that. Right? Come on. Get in. Hustle. Now that's the way you play the game.
When Reuben Baylor joins Marshal Marion Daniels to investigate an incident of theft and murder, Rube is plunged into a world of dark deeds and black hearts. With the help of an abused and courageous young woman, Rube, Marion, and Marshal Adris Thibodeau head south of the Missouri line into the hills and hollows of northern Arkansas and take on an entire clan to see that justice is done. Suspicion of outsiders and hate for the government abounds, and the Marshals are much farther from home than the miles they've traveled.
Payback Trail, part of the Trail series by David R. Lewis. Available as an ebook at Amazon.com, Smashwords, and iTunes, and as an e-audiobook at Audible.com.
Go get that donkey. Hey, you're going the wrong way. Come on. We got slaughtered at musical chairs. We practiced this at home a million times. We are losing. I can't believe I missed Pilates for this. It's your own ride home, Missy.
Welcome back out to Buccaneers Arena here in Urbandale. Joel Becker and Mike Curry getting started with the second period. The Jets and Des Moines Capitals scoreless after one period of play. As we mentioned, we still have 51 seconds left to go in the Jets shorthanded situation. Bloom in the box for cross-checking. And it looks like they're going to get things started with Whitrock and Krugel up front for Kansas City. Goodwin. And actually, it's Ignatjev's sitting in for Bloom, who's been with Goodwin normally, but Bloom's in the box.
It's not Goodwin. It's Elam.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Yeah,
you're right. Elam is out there with Ignatjev, so they just started that line. And we've already killed off, down to 30 seconds left to go in the man advantage as Ferrari plays it on the near side. Parker now in the middle. Ferrari back over, trying to get Parker. That pass a little too far ahead of him. Ignatjev couldn't get it, though, from back behind the net. Elam over there got a stick in the way as he stops and starts. 7 seconds to go in the power play. Puck along the sideboards, now out right point. 1 second left. The penalty is over. Bloom has to go across the ice, though. And so the Jets still short as Lemke over there. And the puck comes out to center ice. So just underway, second period, still scoreless. Capitals 0 for 2 on the power play. Jets have yet to have one. Lemke had it poked away, back of the net. Puck still loose there, comes up the near side boards, and the Jets clear it to the line, and now out to center ice. As Krugel, now it comes off the sideboards, and Brody Lee will chase after for it, but it crosses the end red line before he can get there, and an icing call against Kansas City. Minute and a half into this second period. You know, sometimes when you start a period killing a penalty, it can actually be good because it's going to get your work boots on, so to speak. But we'll see how it goes here. Off the draw, comes right back, and the shot goes wide. Oh, centering pass. Nobody there for the Capitals. It goes into the corner. Bloom. Now back of the net. Capitals get it out in front. Oh, backhand pass, shot right on. Pettersson the save, and he was able to hang on, and then some pushing and shoving after the play as Goodwin and Gage Barons coming together. And we'll see if any penalties come with that. Crowd seems to like it.
Well, we'll see what they do here. I think Barons throwing some punches.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wouldn't be surprised if we end up with coincidentals here. Barons is definitely going off.
That's always the easy route for the official.
Right. So it's interesting. It's Bloom that's going off for the Jets.
I'm surprised at that.
Are they also sending Goodwin off too?
Oh, here we go.
They are putting them both in the box. Now, whether or not they're evening up the penalties, we'll see. So far, nothing's up on the clock, but they're talking, so. We'll see. The way they're talking to him, I'm guessing the Jets may have gotten the extra penalty.
And it was Barons throwing the punches. That's interesting.
Yeah, I thought that too. So the Jets, for the third time, are going to be killing a penalty, as basically I imagine we're going to get 3 roughing penalties or something. And the Jets off the draw were able to clear it the length of the ice. Fouls out of the net, left it there. Ibis on this penalty kill out there with Kaufman. And the Capitals do dump it in. They'll chase after for it back in the net and set things up on the power play. They walk right out in front, but that pass goes off the skate of Kaufman and out all the way back into the Capitals' end. Ferrari will go for a skate with it. Ibis missed a check. Kaufman took the puck away, but he lost it and back the other way. Here's Parker with it. Parker for the Capitals tried to center it. That was blocked, and it comes to Ibis. Tell you what, I think Harry's reputation is starting to precede him. Have you noticed that he can't these days get a puck without having at least, I mean, it's like Tyreek Hill. He's always got a double team on him. They definitely don't want to let him get those engines revving, so to speak. In the meantime, Sacra with the puck, played it out. It was poked away, diving. Krugel couldn't get it out. Now comes right in front. A shot and a save by Pettersson as he took it in the midsection and hangs on.
Nice kill the penalty with 2D in the box.
Yeah, 2 of the top Ds we have, actually. We're basically missing our 3 top defensemen right now with Bloom, Ignatchev, and Makowitz not even here. So 43 seconds left to go in the man advantage. Can't believe they don't kick him. I was just going to say, you got to kick him out of the circle for that. In the meantime, on the draw, the puck is loose, comes back out to the point. A long screen shot saved by Pettersson on the shot by Shurman. Still a power play here for the Capitals along the half boards on the near side. Holmvig plays it down low. He'll switch places, gets it back in the corner. Now plays it back out for Shurman. He'll walk the line. Straight away with a puck, a shot and a glove save by Pettersson, and he will hang on. 13:35 to go here in the second period. 19 seconds in the man advantage. Not sure which one of them is going to come out of the box because it doesn't say on the clock whose penalty it is. Either one can come out. Goodwin or Bloom. And off the draw. It's puck back of the net. They ring it around to the left point. Shurman again with it. He'll play it down low. Comes out in front. A shot that was blocked to the defense. Ignatchev, and he's able to get it down the ice. That's going to do it for the penalty, and Bloom is the one who comes out. And it comes back the other way. Trying to work into the zone, and a shot by Myers. I'm not sure if that was going on net or not. Puck comes loose in front again, and another shot that was stopped to the defense. Jets pick it up. Eklund in the middle for Lobaugh. He'll work into the zone on left wing. Goes through a check. Now back of the net. Comes out to the near side. Lobaugh still with it. Down low for Eklund. Eklund back of the cage. I'm not sure he was really expecting that pass. Now Lobaugh again. Tried to get it to Whitrock. That was too far ahead of him. Eklund into the corner. Takes his man. But the Capitals come up with a puck, and it's sent down the ice. This is going to be icing. They waved it off for some reason. I have no idea. And so Pettersson ended up playing it after it crossed the end red line. Stiles played it ahead. That was knocked down. Loose puck. Lobaugh can't get to it. And it's played ahead by Arnold. Big hit. And a player slow in getting up. And I think we are going to get a penalty called. Boy, that was like a delayed call. Because originally they didn't have his arm up. But it's Eklund going off, and they're calling it checking from behind. So he is going to get the 2 and 10. So now it's the 4th time the Jets are going to be killing a penalty against 0 for the Capitals. And of course they'll lose Eklund for another 10 minutes after his penalty's over to go along with it. And he set Krugel over to sit it out, which is interesting because he sometimes plays on the penalty kill. But he'll be in the box now. So another 2 minutes to kill for this Jets team. Puck in the neutral zone. It was knocked down. And now here's Ibis with the puck. He just looks for a lane and lifts it down the ice.
I thought he was going to turn around and skate.
Sometimes he does. I think he was conserving a little energy here. Half a minute already gone by in the power play. Ibis again. Ferrari back of the net for the Capitals. He'll play up on left wing for Parker. He gains the zone. Pulls up on the half boards. Now plays it back of the net out to the far side. Goes in the corner. Ibis over there along with Bloom. Bloom had his stick held up a little bit. Puck in the corner. Now Ibis picks it up and he'll get the skates moving. He was checked though. Then he lost an edge. Puck is loose. And it comes back behind the net. Capitals almost had a really golden opportunity there. Ferrari stops it at the point, tried to send it down low, and the Jets take over, play it around, and Ferrari kept it in for a second, but then it was kicked out by Kaufman. Kaufman trying to chase this down. Play. Dane Kaufman with a pretty good effort back behind the net. Oh, he takes it away again, gets taken down. There's going to be a penalty, and Ferrari touches up, and he's going to go off for a trip. 25 seconds left to go in the penalty to Eklund. And so it'll be 4-on-4 for 25 seconds, and then the Jets will get their first power play of the game, scoreless with 10:34 left to go, second period. So, and that, you know what, that was just incredible effort by Dane Kaufman that caused that.
Dane Kaufman is all incredible effort. He just seems to me like to be an outstanding young man, and he gives you everything he's got.
He does, and that, I mean, he went down, took the puck away, drew a tripping call.
And all the coaches tell me every day, on and off the ice, he's the hardest worker we have.
Good win down low.
First one there, last one on.
Still 4-on-4 for another 15 seconds. Capitals trying to work in. Bloom is back. Goes into the corner. It's Reams with it. He tried to walk in front, had it poked away. Jets will ring it around on the side. Came out to center ice, and so now the Jets are going to move on to the power play for 90 seconds. First power play of the game for Kansas City. Capitals are 0 for 4. Lobaugh with the puck. He'll gain the zone. Works in, had it swept away. Back behind the net, knocked down there. Lobaugh trying to work it free. Played it for Ibis on the half boards. Now to Whitrock. Oh, his pass was tipped away and shorthanded, trying to go back the other way. And he hooks a player, probably got away with one there as Behrens was trying to work in shorthanded.
We'll set this power play up. We always run the overload, and for years and years, we always ran the left side. Well, I was watching the game the other day, and I called Coach, your guys don't even know where to set up. They're on the wrong side setting up. and he just tells me, he goes, the reason we're doing that, he goes, I don't have any right-handed shots this year. But I just watched the whole game, and it never dawned on me. I'm thinking, these guys don't even know which side of the ice to go on. Just shows you how little I know.
I was just going to say, as it turns out. So 43 seconds left to go in the man advantage for Kansas City. Neutral ice face-off here. Kaufman on the draw. Got it across for Krugel. Now Kaufman near the point, but he played it across, and now again.
See, here's what I don't mind about shorties and that by having Harry play one of the points, because they're not going to outrace him for a breakaway.
It'll be tough. Ibis will work ahead. And he goes across, and then he got in offsides because Kaufman didn't wait.
Well, I don't think you can blame the guys.
No, I don't blame Dane. I don't know why he didn't gain the zone before doing that, but 16 seconds left to go in this man advantage for Kansas City. Another neutral ice face-off as they go back to basically a normal setup. Elam will go back for it. 10 seconds to go in the power play. Right wing pass for Ibis. He will get in this time. Plays it toward the net. And, boy, Kaufman was taken down. That always bothers me. A defenseman throws a forward into his own goalie and then gets mad at the guy for going into his own goalie. That was Shurman, by the way. And he literally took down Kaufman, and then he ended up going into Grady Fowles.
Yeah, but at least we didn't end up with some ridiculous call about it.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of that is for Dane. He just got up and skated away. Interestingly, I don't know why they brought this face-off out, though.
There's no.
Because the goaltender had made the stop. That really should have been an offensive face-off, but the Jets have it, and here's Kaufman in on goal shot, and he scores! Dane Kaufman with a snipe.
I love to see that because that kid works so hard. I love to see him get rewarded with a goal like that.
Absolutely. So pretty impressive, actually.
Uh-oh, we got the Kansas City Chiefs going Jets hockey now in here.
Well, let's take a look here. It was right off the face-off. As Kaufman did a good job keeping it in the first place. So it's going to be an unassisted goal because he just took the puck. And then look at this snipe over the shoulder. And, I mean, literally right off the middle of the back of the net.
That's good.
And the Jets have a 1-0 lead.
It turned out them bringing that face-off out of the zone actually
helped out.
It helped us.
Didn't realize they were going to help us out, but they did.
It was just like in the JV game when they missed that offside call. That came to our benefit.
Yeah, they absolutely blew an offsides, and the Jets end up scoring because they didn't blow it dead. Off the face-off, Elam will try and chase this down, plays it off the sideboards. Puck in the neutral zone, and it is taken. Deaver had it poked away from him. They dump it in. Pedersen plays it behind the net. They center it right in front of Schott and put it just wide. Pedersen was there, but the shot went wide of the goal. As the Capitals were a few inches away from tying this game right back up. In the meantime, it's Krugel with the puck. He'll pull up. On the half boards, a shot. That was stopped to the defense. Ignatiev there. Plays it down low. Lemke after for it. He's been relatively quiet today. Comes up the boards. It's kept in. Amana shot and a save fouls, and he will hang on. Got one in the glove. 7.5 minutes left to go, second period. Jets leading at 1-0. Face-off will come to the right of Grady Fowles. We'll see whether or not this getting the lead energizes the Jets at all. as this one's going to go down into the Jets end. This should be icing, but it doesn't quite cross the end red line. So Arnold takes his man. It's taken over by the Capitals. They center it, shot, and that was stopped. Then a rebound shot, and they score. That was an unfortunate bounce kind of on the Jet side. First time in the in this game that the Jets have the unfortunate bad luck on a bounce that time. They've been kind of living precariously all game long.
Yeah, you know it's going to even out sooner or later.
Yeah. So we'll try and get a chance to see this in a minute after live action. But in the meantime, puck is in the neutral zone. Now back in the Capitals' end. And we get a whistle. Let's see if we can take a look at this play. As I thought that was originally going to be icing, but it didn't quite make it. And although Arnold took his man out, he didn't really. Moulton did a good job, and it comes in front. The original shot there, and it unfortunately hits the Jets defenseman in the leg, and it makes it for a bad bounce and just a quick shot. And that's Omvig who gets the goal. And you can see that Pettersson is trying to get back to the middle of the net, and he actually shoots it the other direction and catches him going the opposite way. And that ends up tying this game up. So we are knotted up at 1 with a little over 6 minutes left to go in this second period. Now here is Ibis trying to work in on right wing, centering. Oh boy, and then they score. As Deaver in his return back to the Jets from his injury got, we were talking about situations again.
But it's just with Harry, speed kills.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So right off the face-off, the puck comes loose, and eventually they pass it up ahead to him on right wing, as you can see, and he's got that. I mean, what makes a great play, and to be honest, it's amazing that they didn't have a penalty showing, as Malang was basically all over Kaufman. It actually ends up hitting Malang's skate, and that's why Deaver was able to just put it into that empty net. And so 2-1 is our score as we go back to live action. So boy, after an entire half a game with no goals, we've had 3 in about the last 2 or 3 minutes of this one. Under 6 minutes to go. Jets dangerous in front. Oh, Ibis swiped at that one but missed it, and then the Capitals ice the puck. 5:41 left to go here in the second period. Jets on top 2-1. So great to have Jack Deaver back in the lineup, and he gets himself a goal on game 1 for him. Comes out to center ice. Jets need to tag up. Capitals get it ahead. In the neutral zone, it's picked up and dumped in. Ibis after for it. Puck comes along the near side boards. Ibis runs into a man, and now it gets shoved down. There's going to be another penalty on the Jets here.
Oh, geez.
As they touch up. Let's see what the call is. It's a cross check. And it looks like it's Ibis who's going off. I wasn't sure if it was him or the other guy. There were 2 Jets over in the general area. And it's unfortunate because, of course, you lose him on the penalty kill as well. Of course, the Jets are minus Eklund, who was off serving a misconduct for a check from behind earlier. So Cole's still in the box. And the Jets killing their 5th power play of the game for the Capitals as they off the draw dump it down. Krugel catches up with it. He's going to rag it along the boards. Ferrari all over him in the corner. Couple of Capitals over there trying to work it free. Good job by Thompson to work it free and just knock about 20 seconds off the power play. Up ahead, Bartholomew with it. He'll work in on left wing. Bartholomew for the Capitals into the corner. Ignatyev, he comes back out toward the point. Parker in the middle. Ferrari was poked away from him. Almost led to a odd man rush the other way as Lemke was in the general area. That one hit the side of the net, comes back out to the point. It's knocked down. Oh boy. And now coming back shorthanded, trying to work in Lemke. He was hooked a bit. They didn't make any call. He ends up just playing it behind the net. Now here's Parker. Minute 5 left to go in the power play. Parker a shot right on and a save by Pettersson, and he hangs on. Minute left to go in Ibis's cross-checking minor. But, you know, Lemke, like I said, it seemed to me like he was being hindered pretty good going after that puck shorthanded. That's the kind of thing that sometimes you'll see them call, but not this time.
You know, we're not going to sit and complain about reffing and that, but I will say this. As the years went by, the homering is really, I think, got less. Because when we first started out in this league, it was awful. But now it seems to be a lot more, you know, down the middle.
I would agree. The funny thing is, of course, we always felt like we were getting homered not only when we were on the road.
They think the problem was our referee association did not want to get known as a homer and try to call it down the middle and
overcompensate.
And subconsciously they overcompensate.
Well, and I've talked about this before. I think a lot of that in the case of Kansas City officials, where it seemed like the sort of reverse of that was going on, was just because they knew our players so well, and players that couldn't get away, that might have gotten away with things on the road that didn't get away with them at home.
That's a good point.
Goodwin with the puck, shorthanded, will dump it. Boy, it was on goal.
But there were some cities before, and I'm not going to mention them. They were really bad.
Ibis out of the box, so a shot right on and a save by Pettersson after the power play ended. And they tried to send it up ahead looking for Ibis. And now we get a whistle, and it was knocked down with a high stick, I believe. And we'll get a face-off. 3:08 left to go in the second period. Jets hanging on to a 2-1 lead. They won the JV game 1-0. So it's been close games here in Des Moines. Krugel's line out there between Lemke and Deaver, who has a goal tonight in his first game of the season. This will bounce wide of the goal. Pettersson stopped it. It was not going to be icing anyway. Elam. Sometimes the Jets have had a little bit of trouble today with communication on plays like that one. As Elam probably should have cleared that one pretty easily and didn't, but it was because he was kind of hesitant, thinking that he had a forward with him, and in the meantime the Jets are hemmed in again. Bartholomew couldn't get it ahead. It was gloved down by Lemke, and he did get it out to center ice, couldn't get it to Deaver. 2.5 minutes left to go in the period. Back for it, Ignatyev plays it up the near side boards. That was knocked down by Ferrari. Now he gets it again in the corner, tries to center one. That was knocked away by the Jets. And now up ahead, Bennett Lemke. He'll work in, or up on right wing. Got to the red line, lost the puck, but then Krugel plays it ahead. Puck still on the neutral zone side. They send it down in. This could be icing. They wave it away. I don't know. I have no idea. You don't wave it away because the forward guy might have got to it. And there certainly was no defensive guy that could have gotten to it. And in the meantime, comes right on goal. Pettersson will just cover up. He saw it the whole way. But with a minute 54, that's going to give them an offensive faceoff that they probably don't deserve. Yeah, I would be curious to know what the thought process was for that particular linesman waving that off. I see it happen every once in a while, where it seems like they're waving it off.
And I just got done saying how it seems to be called straight down the line anymore.
Well, puck back in the net, Bloom. Now it comes loose in Lobaugh on right wing. He'll work out to center ice. He's got, and they try to center it. And it comes out to center ice, and now there's going to be another penalty I believe, on the Jets. This may be a call on, I don't know, we'll see. It's a roughing call. I think it was Brody Lee again. I may be wrong, though. He's sort of pointing toward the general bench. I'm not sure he knows who he called the puck. Again, I don't think Lobaugh's heading over there now. So
what's total penalties now?
Let's see.
We had like this is our seventh power play.
Yeah.
We had a power play for a minute and a half.
Right. And we had there was one time they had a coincidental to go along with it, so they've had 2 penalties, but
coincidental, you can't count that.
No. As far as power plays are concerned, power plays, I believe, is their 7th. Yeah, this is their 7th. We've had 1.
Yeah.
And like I said, it wasn't even a full one. We're near a minute left to go. As Ferrari kept that in at the point, goes back in the net. Bartholomew over there. Now in the corner, they send it all the way across. Sacker with it at the right point. He tried to send it down low, did get it, and that shot was blocked by the defense, and the Jets able to send it the length of the ice. As we're down to the last minute of play here in the second period. A penalty would carry over to the next period. Ibis out there with Kaufman trying to kill this penalty. It's Goodwin, and I think that's Amon out there with him. In the meantime, they play it right through the middle. That was Behrens, and the rebound comes all the way out to center ice. Half a minute to go. And
there we go.
Ibis was able to pick that off. Then he and Behrens go down in a heap. In the meantime, the play goes the other way. 20 seconds left to go. They work into the zone. Ferrari with it with a little toe drag. Backhand shot. Pettersson the save. Rebound was sent down the ice. 9 seconds to go in the power play, or I should say in the period. 30 seconds to go in the power play. Long right wing pass, 2 seconds left. Long shot, glove down by Pettersson as the period comes to a close. And the Jets do end up with the better of the scoring. 3 goals in the second period. Jets get 2 of them. They lead at 2-1. So I guess I'm happy with the things that are going on. It's
and again, we're talking 7-1 power plays. We still got a goal lead. I mean, that's more than you can expect.
Absolutely. All right, we'll take a break. Come back with the second period intermission. Show you some highlights when we come back here on Kansas City Jets hockey.
The year was 1881, and young Reuben Baylor was making his way along near the Missouri River, finding work when he could and living the only life he knew. But when he come on old Arliss Height, beat to hell and near shot to death, Rube done what he could for him. He didn't know that act of kindness was going to wind up changing his whole life, but it did. Green as grass, Rube was a long way from being any kind of pistolier or shootist, but when Marshal Marion Daniels come on him and needed help with the Duncan bunch for what they'd done to Arliss, that tussle growed Rube up right quick. He stopped drifting, found friends worth looking up to, and a young woman that was right admirable.
Deer Run Trail by David Lewis. Available as an e-audiobook at audible.com.
Hey, Grandpa, could you teach me to play hockey?
Why, sure, my boy. You may not know this, but your grandpa was quite a player back in the old days. Why, we used to have winters back then, 40, 50 below it was. We'd go down yonder by McGillicuddy's old stock pond. Yes, sirree. And you couldn't walk there. Oh, no. You had to skate 5, 10 miles through the snow.
You skated through the snow?
And we didn't have any of those fancy hockey sticks or pads neither. Just tree branches and a rock. That's the way it was, and we liked it. Now go get yourself a tree branch and come back here and I'll teach you how to draw blood.
Never mind, Grandpa. There's gotta be a better way.
There is. Kansas City Ice Center offers learn to skate and learn to play hockey classes. For more information, visit kcicecenter.com or call Dean Nelson at 913-441-3033. Sign up today at kcicecenter.com.
That's the way it was, and we liked it.
Welcome back out to Buccaneers Arena here in Urbandale. Joel Becker along with Mike Curry sitting in for Gary/Homer Scabona here on the Jets Hockey Network as the Jets lead in the Capitals 2-1 is our score here in the second period intermission. Went through an entire period with no goals. And the Jets would finally score first. About halfway through this second period, we'll take a look at this first goal as Dane Kaufman did a great job there of keeping the puck in. So he wins the faceoff in the first place, or I should say he loses the faceoff, but over there, I mean, again, just great work to bring it in. And then just a snipe. We'll take a look at this in a little bit so we can get a real good a view of it. I mean, look at the flex on that stick he gets as he puts that in, and it goes over the shoulder and roofed it. That's something Zachwood could have done, I think, at one point.
At one point.
And so, like I said, that was literally halfway through the game and gave the Jets their 1-0 lead. Unfortunately, it wouldn't last for very long. Let's see here. As the puck ends up going, and like I said, we had originally thought that this one was going to be icing.
Well, it's because it was icing.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if it ever crossed the end red line there or not. You know, so that's Arnold going after for it. I can't see it, so there's no way to know if it looks like it may have. They probably should have blown it, but Arnold did do a good job of holding his guy up, but unfortunately nobody helped him out. And so it ends up coming out to the far side. And then what's really unfortunate is this original shot here. This is Behrens who takes the shot, and it goes off of the Jets defenseman right there in front of the net. Actually, we can see it a little bit better here. We'll move in and show you, as you can see, it's going to come in and hit, I believe that's Amon, right in the chest. Yeah. But unfortunately, because of that, it ends up going out to Omvig. And he gets there. He was the one who Arnold had obviously taken in. You can see him come out there. And Arnold probably should have done a better job of picking him up, but he didn't. And so you can see Pettersson's trying. He'll shove off right there as he tries to get back to the middle of the net. But Omvig, and he was relatively blind here. It's not like, I mean, if you look, it's not like he sees, because if he looked, he might have actually tried to go on the other side because the bigger part of the net was on that side as far as what was open, but he just blindly threw it at the net, and as it turned out, it ends up, and it may have gone off of Amon's stick there as well. It's hard to tell right there, but I think it just went over it, to be honest.
He just flung it.
And he flung it at the net, and it may have actually gone off the post and in, but because of the fact that that Pettersson was going across the one direction and it comes back the other, he just couldn't get back. And Omvig tied the game up at that point. And so as you can see, that was with 7:13 left to go. And then not too long after that, so here we are about a minute later, a little less than a minute later, and another face-off that ends up leading to eventually Ibis there on right wing will get the pass and come up the ice. And again, he does a good job here of, he could have tried to go, forehand, backhand across the middle, but he knew he had Kaufman coming in. But, again, when you look at this, you can see if you look on the right side of your screen here, you see the referee. He does not have his arm up. And then I'm going to show you here. That looks kind of like a guy that's being impeded a little bit, don't you think? And, and he ends up not being able to get a stick on it. But it works out well because the puck ends up hitting the back skate of Talon Milang, who is that number 11 there for the Capitals. And our number 11, Jack Deaver, was able to just waltz over to it with the goaltender way out of position, and he's able to fling it in past fouls, and that ends up with the second goal. And so within about 2 minutes we end up with a couple of goals, and we end up with the Jets on top 2-1. Yeah. So not bad. I've got the perfect story for right here, because we've got about 7.5 minutes before the third period starts. And since both of us can't feel our extremities anymore, I thought we would play inside the ice. So here's a little story from David Lewis as we come back for the third period after this on Kansas City Jets hockey.
Welcome to Theater of the Mind. My name is David R. Lewis. I'm a writer of short stories and novels, including mystery and suspense, paranormal, and westerns. I also perform a number of my stories and novels as e-audiobooks. The logical extension of all that was to inflict myself upon the world through the magic of YouTube. I invite you to join me for videos of some of my audio work, my take on writing, heartland memories from my youth and childhood, as well as questions and answers. Let's jump in with a heartland memory. We'll go back in time a few decades and see what it was like to be inside the ice. In the part of the American heartland where I grew up, there was a wintertime saying, "Ain't nothing between here and the North Pole but one barbed wire fence, and it's down." It got cold, and it stayed cold. It was not the bone-numbing chill of North Dakota, but it was cold enough that many a complicated snow fort built in early December was still an effective battlement 2 months later. Christmas was always white and the lake ice thick enough to support tractors. Then, one wonderful January, the town's water tower froze. The big people said that it was an exceptionally cold winter. To my third-grade cronies and me, winter was winter. In those days before Thinsulate and Gore-Tex, little kids were cold all winter long. It was the price we gladly paid for snow. But that particular winter, the lake ice reached nearly 30 inches thick, and the town's water tower froze. It caused a big flap among the adults. Such an event had never happened before. Our small town had only one tower in the entire water system. And melting snow for drinking water is a slow job with little return. Everyone assumed the heater in the tank atop the 80-foot tower had given up the ghost. Something had to be done. A disaster like this should never have happened and must never happen again. But to us, the little kids, a fairy tale had grown from the snow in our tiny city park. When the water froze, a portion of the tank's top was displaced, and unfrozen water cascaded slowly down all sides of the tower, freezing to the legs and support columns as it went. An 80-foot stalagmite of crystal clear ice was formed, tapering upward from a 40-foot base to the tank high overhead, and we kids, squeezing through fissures, could get inside into a room-sized interior. Ice walls were a foot or two thick, refracting light as a prism does, blues, pinks, greens, sparkling with distortions, dazzling to view the sun through, amazing to watch the colors splash on friends' faces as we stood inside a frozen crystal. It was a wonderful experience, etheric, nearly profound in some ways. There was no kidhood horseplay there, no pushing, no shoving, no shouting. Wrapped in those crystal walls, such behavior was beyond us. Inside our frozen cathedral, we barely even spoke. Superman's fortress of solitude couldn't compare to what we had. We would slip quietly inside, sit on the snow, and just look at it. Every view was different. Each moment changed the angle of the sun, and the colors mutated and shifted with its passing, ever and never the same. Those of us that spent time there were changed during the hours we were inside. Everything was so simple, so calming, so lovely. I believe our kid egos were pushed aside by that experience, and many of us reached a state of near meditation. Anything that can keep a gang of 8 or 10-year-olds silent and still for hours at a time must reach something deep inside those children. On the second day of the event, before the city employees ran us off and destroyed all that beauty, the Methodist minister came walking by and asked if he could join us. We made room, and he sat in silence with our little group for a time. As he finally rose to leave, one of the girls asked him if this was what heaven looked like. His face was gentle and serious when he spoke to her. "My God, I hope so," he said. To this day, I believe his reply was totally honest. It is said that we need to come to the truth as a small child. And as children, we came to the tower. It may not have been a religious experience, but it certainly was spiritual. It wasn't heaven, but it was close enough for a group of small children sitting on the snow inside the ice. At least, that's how it seems to me. I'm David R. Lewis. Thanks for dropping by Theater of the Mind and letting me share a Heartland memory.
Welcome back out to the Buccaneers Arena here in Urbandale. Joel Becker along with Mike Curry sitting in for Homer Scabona as the Kansas City Jets taking on the Des Moines Capitals 2-1 as we get ready to go for the third period. About a minute left to go before the kids will hit the ice, and we'll get going for period number 3. Teams will once again, which seems to be a regular occurrence today, will be starting off a period with a person in the box. 27 seconds will be left in the Capitals man advantage as we get started with the third period of play. Jets on top 2-1.
Joel, it's a good thing that you don't have Homer Scabona with you today. I just met him down the hallway.
Was he upset?
Oh boy.
At the
he's
at the comings and goings of his penalty box.
Yes, he's on an official rant right now.
Yeah, can't say that I'm all that surprised. So as you can see, the Jets on the ice, getting some instruction from Coach Emmons. Waiting for the Capitals are just getting on the ice as well. So that's the thing. The good news is your boy's penalty kill has certainly acquitted itself okay today.
Oh, we were talking about that down there with the coaches just now. We were figuring there'd be at least 3 or 4 more.
So that'll be interesting to see how that ends up going. As, like I said, we've got about.
I was also down talking to the president of the Capitals hockey club and talking about the building and whatever. So I think that we can safely say this will be the last time that you and I will be in this building.
Okay, then. I was hoping that this was going to be the first time we were in the new building, but
well,
that didn't end up happening.
I hate to see, like we talked about before, I hate to see these old barns go.
Yeah. But we'll see. Hopefully they they'll have a natural gas line put to the to the new one.
Like I said, I can't feel my feet or anything. It's either warmer or this is, when they talk about somebody freezes to death, they get warm before it happens.
So looks like it's good news. Eklund's out of the box after his 2 and 10.
And
so
the other good news is, too, I got 8 more days till I'm back in Florida.
There you go. If only we all had that kind of good news. So we are underway here in the 3rd period. 20 seconds left to go in the man advantage for the Capitals, who trail it 2-1 to Kansas City. As a good job by Aiden Goodwin to whack that out to center ice. 10 seconds left to go in the power play. Ferrari with the puck as he skates through his own zone with it and leaves it for Parker. Parker trying the long right wing pass. That goes by everybody in an icing call right as Landon Lobach comes out of the box. So for a change, Skibbs is all by himself down in the penalty box over there.
Like I was telling you, it's a good thing.
First time in about 15 minutes, I think, that has happened. Half a minute into this 3rd period. Jets on top 2-1. And centering pass. It comes down. Eklund was able to glove it down. Couldn't shoot it, but comes back out to the point. Long shot by Bloom. That missed everything off the end boards. And now comes up the far boards. And now here's a 2-on-1 back the other way. A shot right on. Save. And a good job to break up the rebound as well, as Pettersson made the initial save with a kick save. And then the defense or the defensive play of the Jets that time was able to tie up any possibility of a rebound or second shot, I guess I should say. Puck out to center ice, and now we get a whistle.
What was that all about?
I imagine they called it for him closing his hand on the puck.
Oh, okay.
So we'll just get a center ice face-off, although the officials haven't. Quick little discussion about things. So looks like from right at center ice. Now they're going to actually play it all the way back to the near side blue line of the Capitals, which again would make me think that it's because he closed his hand on the puck. It's not it's not a penalty, just a stoppage in play. And off the face-off, Sacker trying to work through it. He got a step in on goal, swept away though by Pettersson. And the play out toward the neutral zone. Can't get it out of the zone. Elam over there. Now comes loose to Kaufman, and he's able to play it off the boards and out to center ice. Capitals can't get it deep. Kaufman tried to come over, and now Lee comes to Parker inside the Capitals end. He'll play it ahead on left wing. Elam over there to break it up. Then Myers plays it ahead. It comes loose into the zone. Sacker hopped and played it right through the crease. Nobody there for the Capitals. Now they tried to center it, and that again went off a leg. Ends up going all the way back into the Capitals end. Ibis trying to chase it down. He does. Plays it back in the net. Lee after for it. Myers got there first and plays it up the far boards, and now out to center. Sacker again trying to get around Elam, and he was able to force him behind the net with Ignachev over there as well. Puck comes right through the middle. Now again a shot that goes off a stick and wide. It's taken there by Barfels. They try to play it. It goes right into the crease, and Pettersson able to cover up on it and get a whistle. 14:25 left to go, regulation time. Jets hanging on 2-1 right now. We'll see how this one goes. As far as I can remember, I don't think the Jets have had any overtime or shootout games as a varsity team. And one shootout.
We had a preseason game.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking we played McKinney, Texas.
Okay. Preseason doesn't count. I didn't see any of them. Off the faceoff comes out to the left point. And Behrens plays it back of the net. Goes over the stick of Arnold and into the corner. Now back of the goal, Moulton over there. And Krugel. And the puck comes loose. And the Jets and Amon couldn't get it out. Behrens knocks it down. Puck along the near side boards. Krugel over there. Squirts free. Amon again. And he plays it off the boards, but not out. It's kept in by Malang. Now the puck comes loose, swung toward the net, sticked away by Pedersen. Now back onto the far side. Arnold plays it up the boards. And again, the Jets can't clear it. Now they finally do on the third attempt. And they play it down the length of the ice as Thompson Krugel goes to the bench for a change. Deaver after for the loose puck. Goes into the corner. Lemke over there. 4 players fighting for it. 3.5 minutes into the third period. Capitals come away with it. Ferrari backhands it ahead, and it gets to Behrens, who dumps it in after he gets to the red line, goes to the bench for a change. Goodwin will come up the near side now in the middle, and it's taken by Lobaugh with some speed on the left side. Lobaugh, he makes a power move. He gets he went down and was able to pull a tripping call, and I tell you what, the Jets got lucky on that one because that was not a trip. He just went down.
No comment.
Yeah. Although I suppose you could give a penalty to whoever it is who does the ice out here, because looked like he hit a rut. But yeah, he was taken down by a sniper, and the Jets will end up getting a power play out of it. So don't look a gift horse in the mouth, right? All right, comes back to the point, and here's Ibis. He just plays it toward the net. Oh, he went off of traffic in front. Now comes loose, and Krugel a shot. Saved by Fouls. Rebound, Jets. Back out to Ibis again. He plays catch with Kaufman. A shot that hit a leg, ends up going just wide of the goal. Puck is played down the ice by the Capitals in Milan.
Krugel's doing a nice, tough job in front of the net, and this is nothing about him, but we miss Big Boy in front of the net.
I was just going to say, that is an area that is normally being covered by a much bigger body than Thompson has.
Oh,
boy, tough as both two players go down into a heap in the corner. Puck is along the near side boards, comes out to Ibis again. A shot. Oh, he scores. It went off of one of the Capitals, and on the deflection ended up managing to get past the goaltender, and the Jets get a power play goal, and they lead it 3-1. Big goal for the Jets there. As we'll take a look here, it was dumped in. I think that was Lee who dumped it in, and then they went into the boards, as you could see. Eventually it's going to come out to Ibis, and you'll see him as he walks the line just a little bit and flings it toward the net, and it goes right there off of, it was a stick actually. The stick of, and it was a great redirect, went right by the goaltender.
Oh, that was,
oh my goodness. And the Capitals come right back with a goal. And it is now 3-2.
You got to admit, though, that was a pretty play the Capitals just did.
Actually, I can't tell you because I was watching the replay, which means we don't have it, by the way. I think we might have the very, very end of it, but I don't think so. Because this was it, and it was I was showing you the replay on it when we did it, and then I'm not sure if we saw any of it. Yeah, no, it was after the fact by the time we got back to it.
So our watchers didn't see it, but
nope.
Trust me, it was a very good play by them.
That seems to be the way things go in this game. Every time one team scores, the other team scores. Now it's again the Capitals in on goal. A shot saved by Pedersen, and the rebound comes out to center.
And for those of you who didn't see it, it was not Pedersen's fault at all. It was just one of those plays. There's nothing you could do.
Mm-hmm. Was it a defensive breakdown at all?
It wasn't clean defense. We should have got it out, but again, I don't want to belittle what a good play that was on their part.
Yeah. Oh boy, Pedersen left it behind the net, but there was no Jets over there, and so the Capitals take over. That was Bartholomew, a shot right on, save by Pedersen, rebound into the corner. Boy, that goal has really energized the Capitals. They have pressed ahead right now as the puck goes off the end boards, and now we get a hand pass call. And so the faceoff will come out to center ice with 10:48 left to go. So we went from 2-1 to 3-2 early on in this period. Less than 7 minutes in, really less than 6 minutes in when that happened. And we'll see if the Jets can't get some momentum back. They had momentum for all of about 30 seconds after the power play goal by Ibis, which was a bit of a fluke of its own. And now here's the aforementioned Ibis, who dumps it in cross corner. After for it is Lee. Lee couldn't get a stick on it. Now Kaufman back in the net after for it. Centers it. Ibis a shot. And that hit something, a stick or a leg, and ended up going wide of the goal. Capitals cleared out. Boy, that was a really good look there for Ibis, but unfortunately.
That Kaufman is just the Energizer Bunny.
He really is.
That guy just is in constant motion.
Capitals dump it in and head to the bench for a change. 10 minutes left to go in regulation time. Right wing pass that was knocked down by Omvig. Good job by Kaufman to knock him off the puck. They fling it in. Would have been a hand pass, but the Jets take over. And it's poked out to center ice by Lee. Whitrock tried to get to it, but Capitals will dump it in again. Now Bloom sends it right on the right wing. That plays offsides, and we get a whistle. 9:38 to go in regulation time. Would have been nice. Wow. That would have been nice for the Jets to have that 1-goal cushion. I should say 2-goal cushion. And they did, but not for long. Whitrock line out there with Eklund and Lobaugh, and there's going to be a power play as Eklund got taken down, and an interference call is coming up on the Capitals. So the Jets, who have only had one full power play and they scored on it, will get another opportunity here as Myers goes off for interference, and fresh off of a power play goal. Although, to be fair, it was a bit of a fluke. It was deflection off of a defenseman's stick that got by fouls. But they actually had a really good power play before that, even though they hadn't scored until then.
Yeah.
Ibis walking the line, a shot, and that was wide rebound.
One goes in, he thinks that.
Well, got to give it a try. Once again, he'll play it down low. That was blocked, and a good play by the Capitals, and they send it down the ice. Little miscommunication there between Pettersson and Ibis. And Harry will play it up on right wing. Rink wide pass for Kaufman. He gains the zone on the left side. Pulls up to make a play. Try to get it back to Ibis, but fan. Then he keeps the puck. Send it in the middle for Ibis. Ibis a shot that hit a leg and comes out to center ice. 40 seconds gone by in the power play. Ibis ahead for Kaufman again. He'll work in on left wing. Pulls up. Tries to set thing up. Back out left point Ibis. Now again, top of the dot for Kaufman. That hit the leg of the defenseman, goes wide. Rebound Lee in the corner. He couldn't stop the pass. And then it's Ibis again from Kaufman. Kaufman back to Ibis. Back to Kaufman, top of the circle. Comes in a shot. That was blocked again. And the Capitals take over and flip it the length of the ice. 45 seconds to go in the power play.
I'd like to see him take it lower on the power play rather than just shooting from out.
So trying to work ahead. Lemke, he had it taken away. Goodwin knocks it ahead. And now here's Krugel with the puck. 25 seconds to go in the power play. Thompson Krugel on his backhand, pulls up in the far boards, and he sends it to the near side. Nobody there for the Jets. They'll chase after for it. Comes up the near side boards. Krugel again. And then it's lifted toward the net by Elam. Knocked into the corner of Malang. Malang finds a lane and sends it the length of the ice. And that'll do it for Myers' penalty. Jets 1 for 3 on the power play right now. They lead it 3-2 as Ignatyev gets it out to center ice. Puck played up the right wing. Ignatyev knocked it down and sent it back for Stiles. Up ahead into the zone for the Capitals. Elam after for it in the corner. Up the near side boards. And Eklund up ahead for Whitrock. His pass across, looking for Lobaugh. Lobaugh gets it into the zone. Pops it in front. A shot. And a save by Fowles. The rebound was dangerous, but the Jets couldn't get a stick on it. Now Eklund will take over. He had it poked away. Jets gain the zone, but hand it right to the Capitals with 6:45 left to go in regulation time. And this is Shurman with the puck for Des Moines. It was picked off by the Jets, but couldn't keep control of it. Whitrock kept it in at the point. Now Elam a shot that again hit a leg and goes wide. Both teams blocking lots of shots here. So that gets by Elam and all the way back into the Jets end, and Ignatiev will go back for it. Plays it up the near side boards. Elam over there. They center it, do the Capitals, but it was knocked out of harm's way, and now the Jets get it out to center ice, and here's Ibis 1-on-3. He gets taken down. There's going to be another penalty. The Capital player upset, but I tell you what, when you leave the stick inside the under the arm of the player, hooking is going to be a call you're going to get a lot of times. They actually called it holding, interestingly enough. And so with 6:04 left to go, let's go right back on the power play. And the thing about this one, I mean, obviously a goal would be great, but it still, if nothing else, will help them hopefully knock another 2 minutes off the clock.
I'd like to think that at a minimum. Come on, guys, let's get that puck down low.
Becoming a factor. They do send it down low. Kaufman in front, couldn't get a stick on it on the pass from Lee. Capitals do send it down the ice. Out of the net, Pettersson will just leave it back in the net for Ibis. 20 seconds by on the man advantage. Ibis will just get going up the left side. He gets into the zone. Still with it. Works back in the net. Now he left it behind the net. Krugel over for Lee. Back out to Kaufman, and it eluded him and goes all the way back into the Jets' end. Capitals change penalty killers. Lee tried to give it to Kaufman. Gets into the zone. Tried to hop in front, but over there Bartholomew with it. And good job by Kaufman to take away. Then Lee with it. Tried to center it. And the puck came loose in front, but swatted the length of the ice by the Capitals. Pettersson out of the net will ring it around on the near side. Comes loose Ferrari, who plays it into the Jets' end. And Elam up ahead. He was looking for Eklund. That was knocked down. Played just onside. Ferrari was checked. Couldn't get a shot on goal. 40 seconds to go in the power play. Whitrock able to get it out of the zone, but not any further than that. Capital shorthanded trying to work him. It was knocked away. And now coming back the other direction. Half a minute to go. Low ball. Half a minute to go on the power play, I should say. Eklund, he couldn't knock it down, and now shorthanded. Here come the Capitals again. Bartholomew trying to work in a shot. That was blocked by Bloom. Goes into the corner. He tried to center it, but Whitrock there to knock it down. Up ahead on left wing for Eklund. 10 seconds to go in the power play. A little over 4 minutes in regulation. Now in front, a shot right on. Rebound. Whitrock, and he scores. Lane Whitrock. It'll be a power play goal with 2 seconds left to go in the power play. And the Jets finally do get their 2-goal cushion as they now lead it. Four to 2. We'll take a look here as the original play Bloom made a pretty good play here.
Yeah.
To stop this one. And it's going to go up a little further. I don't know, for some reason this is a little slow, so let's go back to live action. We'll get back to the replay in a bit.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, the Jets take over. Lead pass Deaver. He tries to get around the one-man back, but he was forced to the side. We're down to about 3.5 minutes left to go regulation time. Lemke gets taken down on the near side boards. Comes out to center. Bloom there. He will dump it in. So Jets did everything the best of all worlds in that one, where they were able to knock the 2 minutes off the clock and get a power play goal, as this play is offsides. We'll try and take another look at that.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to comment about our zone entry and how ragged it looked, and then they come down and do that, which was, looked to me like the ragged zone entry was beneficial on that point.
So Whitrock eventually gets the puck and plays it up ahead for Eklund. He gains the zone.
He gains the zone.
And then it's the original shot there by Lobaugh. And a great play by Whitrock, who could have just tried to shoot it here, but instead he goes around the goaltender, little toe drag, and then plays it in for the 4th goal for the Jets.
2-goal lead, 3 minutes to go.
We'll see what they can do here. Lang plays it back in the net. Elam rings it around near side for Lee. Brody Lee in the middle. It's Ignatieff trying to work in, gets it into the zone. Puck loose. Finally comes back out towards center. Omvig had it knocked down. And we do get a whistle on the offside. It was close as to whether or not he would actually touch up or not, but he did, and so we get the whistle. 2:36 left to go. Again, we'll keep an eye on fouls in the goal to our left. Not sure with the 2-goal deficit when and if they will pull him or not. Puck goes into the corner. Elam.
Don't take penalties, guys.
Elam and Reams together there. Again, the Capitals do a good job of keeping it in the zone. The Jets have had if there's one criticism about today that you can easily say on the Jets is their inability to clear the zone at times. 3-on-2 as Whitrock just dumps it in. Boy, comes off the sideboards and almost came in front.
I'd actually be keeping another guy back right now.
Yep. This is going to be an icing call. So 2:01 left to go.
Keep your D at the blue line, and then when they have to retreat back. In fact, I'd have a forward plan high to kind of just trap it right now.
So Whitrock between Lobaugh and Eklund, Bloom and Goodwin. On the faceoff, Whitrock does end up winning it. Lobaugh tried to center it. Whitrock fell down and back the other way. Zachary, and it was knocked away from him, and Eklund will go for escape. He plays it up ahead off of sticking out to center ice. Down to 1:43 left to go. Foul still in net, at least for the moment. Jets able to get it in deep with 93 seconds left to go. Capitals play it out to center ice. Sacker again trying to work it. His shot, he fanned on it, never did get it on through. Then it comes right through the middle.
Oh, geez, here we go.
We got a penalty coming up.
We're getting a penalty.
And we finally do get the whistle. Let's see what the call is with 1:17 left to go. I imagine they will pull their goalie now. In fact, they had already.
Yeah, it was.
As Lobaugh is getting the take it back. Eklund is getting a roughing call. Now the good news is he only got the rough because that's his 3rd penalty. 4 is, of course, he gets the day off tomorrow, so he needs to just sort of sit there.
Yeah, we won't even talk about that, but again, it's going to be 6-on-4.
Yep.
We can ice the puck.
We can, and take pot shots at the. It looks like there's going to be a timeout called. I'm not sure if it was the Capitals or Jets that called it. You can also take pot shots at the net. I still would. I'd love to see Zach put one in. Can you remember ever a Midwest League goaltender scoring a goal?
No,
I can't remember it. If it's, it may have happened in another team, perhaps. But I certainly don't remember it happening in a Jet game. And we probably would have heard about it if it happened in another one. But
hell knows we've been around long enough. If it did happen.
Again, Skibbs would know. Skibbs, who is got his longshoreman outfit on down there in the penalty box.
He's a beauty,
doesn't he?
Oh, gee. Oh. Eklund wish he didn't do that because he's just going to get an earful down there the whole time.
Yep.
That's worse than getting the penalty is have to go in there and have Skibbs
yell at
grinding on you for 2 minutes.
Well, I'm sure he's warning him about having 3 penalties too. So it's going to be 6-on-4 with the net empty to our left.
Okay.
Obviously, the good news is the Jets have a 2-goal lead, so they have a cushion here just in case they end up giving one up.
Gotcha.
Obviously, the face-off becomes important here.
Oh, you got to win it.
And Kaufman.
Send it.
And they do actually win it and play it down the ice. So that'll at least take some time off the clock as the Capitals will try and work out. Zakra across on left wing. They dump it in. Back for it, Ignachev. He'll whack it off the boards. Can't get it out. Comes across, Zakra, a long shot and a save. Not sure if that ever got through to Pettersson or not. A lot of traffic in front. Now it comes loose in front again. A shot and missing the net was Reeves, and then they do score. Boy, that.
Yeah, that first one was wide open. He missed it.
And he didn't quite get it, but. So we'll see it here. That one, like I said, was what seemed to be pretty wide open, but then they ended up, and I think he actually banked it. He actually ended up banking it in off of Pettersson.
Yeah.
So the power play over, at least that part, but it is 4-3. The goaltender fouls obviously in net right now, and they're no doubt going to try and get him off the ice as quickly as they can. And they do as they get into the zone. Boy, that was close to being offsides. A shot right on, saved Pettersson, and he hangs on. So fouls will go off the ice again. 28 seconds left to go. 28.3.
Do not lose this faceoff.
Well, Hoffman won a big one a few minutes ago. And this time it does come back, and a shot. Oh, that was tipped up over the glass and out of play. This really should come out to center ice. At least I didn't think it was maybe it was a defenseman that tipped it. Maybe it went off a Pettersson's stick. I don't know. I thought it went off of a forward, but I guess not. Off the faceoff, the Jets do clear it. 20 seconds left to go. It's knocked down by Whitrock, but taken by Ferrari. He'll skate in. In on goal. A shot goes wide off a stick. Bloom over there. Then a shot right on. Save Pettersson. And he was able to cover that up with 11.3 seconds left to go. They'll have another face-off. I'm curious to see whether or not the Jets might want to call timeout, or whoever didn't the last time.
Gary does. When things are going his way, he does not call timeouts because he really does not like to shift momentum.
No, I get that.
He's really against that.
I'm with him on that. Whitrock to take this draw. And he does a good job of tying him up, and they play it right back out to the point. A shot, and again, it was tipped wide. Rebound. They try to center it. We're down to 4 seconds left on the near side boards. They play it up out to center. That's going to do it. The buzzer sounds, and the Jets have the 2-game sweep here on Saturday, winning it 4-3 against the Capitals.
We just got to see 2 hell of a hockey games.
They were exciting, weren't they?
Oh, geez.
So 4-3, the final score.
Big win.
Couple of big wins for Kansas City.
Oh.
So they will shake hands. Our play of the game ends up being the Jets' last goal ends up being the game winner, as Whitrock picks up a loose puck in his own zone, sends it ahead for Eklund, who gets it into the zone and plays it across for Lobaugh. Lobaugh takes the shot, and then this great play by Whitrock to get the game winner. And the Jets will have a happy night tonight with 2 wins over this Des Moines Capital team. And, you know, again, going into this game, they were a tough challenge for Kansas City, and they came with 2 of their better games they've played all season.
And they have 2 good games, and I'm just envisioning they're all going to have their hands off to make me buy them dinner. But this won't be too bad. It's well deserved.
I was just going to say they earned this one most definitely.
Yeah.
All right. So 4-3, the final score. Kansas City winning in the varsity game. They win the JV one 1-0 as well. We're back tomorrow, 9 a.m. for JV, 11 for varsity. We hope you can join us for that also. So Mike, obviously, always love to have you up here, and thanks for coming up and providing some insight.
Hopefully I can get out of bed in the morning.
I was just going to say. All right, so the final score 4-3. Thanks for watching here on Kansas City Jets Hockey.
You gotta support the puck. Do I have to tell you this? And we're getting killed on the board. Hello. This is your territory, Grimson. Do your job. Grimson.
Hello? Hi, honey. What? Now? All right. The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you too, sweetheart.
Hey, it's my girl.
You know, my daughter.
Love. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.